This is my second unboxing video, and today I'll be showing you the LG Optimus Vu, or Vu. Not really sure how it's pronounced. I want to give a quick shout out to Technobuffalo.com, who runs some pretty cool giveaways. They have a giveaway called Tegra Tuesday, where every Tuesday, or mostly every Tuesday, they give away a Tegra 3 device, and I just won this a couple of weeks ago, and I just got it yesterday. So I want to thank them. Why don't you go ahead and check them out? Maybe you can win a pretty neat device as well. This phone, or phablet, it's a phone-tablet hybrid. It's pretty decent. There's a couple of things that I would have changed if it were up to me, but since it wasn't, I'll just have to live with it. But anyways, let me show you that. This phone here is running Android 4.0, and it's got a quad-core +1. The battery has its own core, which is kind of cool. The battery itself is a 2080 milliamp hour battery. It has an HD IPS LCD capacitive touchscreen, 768 by 1024 pixels, which is a 256 ppi pixel density, and the screen is 5 inches. Now, LG made this thing to compete with the Galaxy Note, the original one, not the second one. And as I'll show you in a few minutes, it actually beats it when it comes to test benchmarks. But there's a few things that most people don't like. And as you'll see, we'll go ahead and show you the phone real quick. This phone is 5 inches diagonal, but they didn't go with the 16:9 ratio like most phones are. They went with a 4:3. Now they have various reasons for doing this, but ultimately what it does is makes a nice large screen for looking at things online and watching some movies, but it makes it really hard to hold. It's pretty big in your hand, and if you talk on the phone for a long time, it can be pretty aggravating and tiring on your hand. And you definitely cannot use this one-handed. It's a two-handed device, but we'll go ahead and show you this bad boy here in a second. Let me show you what's in the box. Now, this one that I got is an international unlocked version. I'll show you why I've come up with that conclusion. It's pretty, well, obvious from the back. We see it's the French version. But here we see LG has decided to include a couple of NFC tags, what they call LG Tag Plus. Now, these things, you can set the settings for each tag. I believe there's 2 or 3 that it comes with. Car mode, maybe office mode, night mode, and you just stick this car mode tag in your car, tap your phone against it, and it changes the settings for you, which is pretty cool. We see the French instruction manual. Since I never read instruction manuals, it really doesn't bother me that much. And say hi to Bella. Go on. And here we go. This was the first thing that I didn't really look at the back of the box, but when I opened it, I noticed this. It's a European charging block. Now, you can get an adapter which will change this to a US charging block, but it's no good for me. Luckily, I have a Nexus 7 and I use that charger. Here's the mini USB charging cable. And we have the earbuds. There's also a little key to open up the micro SIM card tray. And here is their stylus. Since it's to compete with the Galaxy Note, they included a stylus. The second bad thing that I was mentioning, apart from the size of the phone, is that there's nowhere to put the pen. So you have to remember to carry it in your pocket. Or the good thing is, since this is just capacitive, you can just use your finger to write, which is just as easy. Either way, the pen's nice, but it's not necessary. But I'll show that off in a minute. Let me go ahead and show you the phone. Here we have at the top. First, you notice that the build is pretty good. It's light. It's 168 grams, a little less than 6 ounces. The size is pretty decent. It's 5.5 by 3.56 by 0.33 inches. It's pretty light. It's not heavy, so it's got that going for it. It does have the NFC. Here's your SIM tray right here. You would put that little key in that little hole. Kind of hard to get out though. But you'll see a chrome trim around the edges. Gives it a neat little, a neat look to it. There's screws that are holding the back on, so the battery is not removable. But at 2080 milliamp hours, you shouldn't need to replace it. Here at the top, you notice your headphone jack, a noise cancellation microphone. There's also one here at the bottom, right in the center. And you have this button, which is a dedicated screenshot / note-taking button. And I'll show that off here in a second. Right here you have a sliding door, which is kind of cool, which houses the mini USB charging ports. And you have your power button, which also doubles as a notification light. On the right side, you have your volume rocker up and down, nothing else. Pretty simple. When I'm holding it, since I'm right-handed, the volume rocker is right there where my thumb is. Kind of hard to reach everything up here, but the fact is I've never had a phone this powerful or this nice, so I'm willing to suffer with some of the bad things. Anyways, here's your speaker. It's not the greatest speaker, and it's even better with the headphones, but it is what it is. Here you have an 8.0 megapixel camera on the back with a LED flash, and on the front you have your sensor and a 1.3 megapixel camera for I almost said FaceTime, for chatting with other people, Google Plus Hangouts, what have you. Anyway, let me go ahead and show this baby off. Like I said, this is a quad-core 1.5 gigahertz CPU with a NVIDIA Tegra 3 chipset running Android 4.0.4. So it's a pretty capable phone in and of itself. Here's the lock screen, and there's several different unlock methods. Face unlock, there's pin, there's a pattern, and then the slide, which you just touch anywhere and slide to open, which is pretty neat. Now, the phone itself is really decent. It's very smooth, scrolls very easily, no hiccups, what you'd expect with a quad-core phone. Haven't had any troubles with it. Like I said, it's only been a day, but I'm very impressed with it. It's very comparable to my Nexus 7. Now, it does come with a few themes. If we go into settings, you go to your home screen, you'll notice that there's several themes. There's Optimus, which was on there when I got it. Biz, Cozy Wall, and Marshmallow, which I have the Cozy Wall. If you also notice with the different themes, it has different style icons. So that's pretty cool. The screen swipe effect has a pretty good amount of effects. So, kind of like the breeze. It also allows you to back up and restore your app and widget configuration and themes. Let's go ahead and look up. Sorry. As you can see, yes, it is running 4.0.4. Anyway, let me go ahead and show off some of these things. I went ahead and ran a couple of benchmarks, which obviously I closed out. We go ahead and, first of all, the Antutu benchmark. It scored 13,309. This is pretty decent. Comparatively, we see my device, and it didn't beat out the newer Galaxy Note 2, but as we noticed, it did crush the original Galaxy Note, which was its intended target. It also beat out the Transformer Prime, the Galaxy S2, the Galaxy Nexus, the Kindle Fire. So it's definitely a very capable phone. Now, for the quadrant standard, you notice for quadrant standard benchmark, it scored 5,008. Beats out the HTC One X, and again the Transformer Prime, the Atrix, Galaxy Tab 10.1, the Galaxy Nexus from Samsung, the Optimus 2X, Nexus S. So it's a pretty decent phone. Here's the scores for anyone who's paying attention. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this screen here. If you press this button, you notice these little icons come up. And grabbing our rubber DM stylus, notice we can click that and you can change pen, marker, size, highlighter. Say you want to write with a pen, maybe blue. Go ahead and it writes very nicely, very accurate. Like I said, you can also write with your finger and erase what you've done. You can also save it to your notebook. It's pretty neat. It seems like it was tagged on at the end, but it's decent. You're looking at a website, once you send it to somebody, draw a little note on it. Go ahead and say, oops. Say I want to send it, go ahead and send it, bring it, throw it in your Drive, your Dropbox, put it on Google+, Facebook, send it through the email or Gmail, text message. So, but that's what that is. And press it again to get rid of it. The camera is pretty decent as well. Let's go ahead and bring that up real quick. That's an autofocus feature. Something it has, which is kind of cheesy, but you'll get it if you notice. If you say cheese, well, there it goes. It'll take the picture for you just by saying that. Don't know how many people are actually going to use it, but it does have the autofocus. And it also has this time catch shot mode where you take a picture, but if you press the button too late, it'll take a picture right before and right after you click the button. So then you can just look at all of them, pick the one you like the best. So, oh, that's it right there. Go ahead and press save. There you go. It's got several optimizations. You can also change it to take a look at my messy head. If you want to do a self-portrait, switch between camera and video. I still don't know half of the things that I still don't know half of the things that this thing does, and I have no idea what I just did there. But I'm going to continue to play with it. The good thing is, being unlocked, you can take it to Straight Talk or one of those prepaid places and get a SIM card that runs off of T-Mobile or AT&T, and go ahead and get $45 unlimited talk, text, and web, which I'm going to do here in a few days. But that's about it. Go ahead and let me know below how you like it. If you have any questions and I have the answers to them, I'll be more than happy to answer them. And if you also have an LG Optimus Vu or View, and you have some ideas about how you like it or things you can do with it or whatever, just go ahead and leave a comment below. Appreciate it. Thanks.